Fall is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe with pieces that feel as good as they look. Luckily, Quince makes it easy to look polished, stay warm, and save big without compromising on quality. To know me is to know I love a cashmere sweater. Let me tell you, the one thing that you need for the fall is a oatmeal cashmere sweater, and nowhere better than Quince because you're going to save so much money. Think 100% Mongolian cashmere from $50. Then add to that washable silk tops and skirts and perfectly tailored denim, and all at prices that feel too good to be true. I got to tell you, I think I'm going to get a wool coat. They look designer level, but it cost a fraction of the price. The greatest thing about Quince is they partner directly with ethical top-tier factories, so they cut out the middleman. And by doing so, they can deliver luxury, quality pieces at half of the price of similar brands. It's the kind of wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless. So this is what I want you to do. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/Kate Casey for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Kate Casey to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kate Casey.
At Maurice's, we're all about great jeans. You know, the ones that fit you just right. The ones that go from work days to weekends and everywhere in between. The ones that simply make you feel good. Because you don't just wear jeans, you live in them. With 25 sizes, 5 lengths, and 6 denim brands, you've got options. And fit experts in every store to make jean shopping easier. Find great jeans starting at $29.90 in stores and at Maurice's.com.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey. And today is your What to Watch episode for the week of September 22nd through September 29th. This is going to be your list of what to watch in unscripted TV, and I hope that you share it with the people in your life. Also, make sure that you go to katecasey.substack.com and click on the subscribe button because this is going to come easily to your inbox every weekend. Really, I put it out on Sunday night, so you can start your week off the right way and start making plans of what you're going to watch throughout the week. It is also a fantastic list to share with the people in your life, especially if you want to make plans with them. Like if we're going to get together, you have to watch this on Tuesday because we have stuff to text about or talk about. So again, katecasey.substack.com. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to my bonus podcasts. I've got great bonus podcast episodes, and I talk about things that are kind of outside of unscripted TV, real life, real stories, stuff about pop culture, sometimes true crime. I will be doing a special series with Mary Payne too, where we bring to each other a very tantalizing, complicated, weird story. And you can look out for that in October. Oh, and lastly, the Facebook group is great too, Reality Life with Kate Casey. Okay, so for this week, the first thing I have to tell you is it's very heavy on reality shows. Now remember, last week we had the premiere of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Dancing with the Stars. Well, this week, we've got a whole slew of new reality shows. The first one is The Voice is back on NBC. This begins on September 22nd. You've got coaches Michael Bublé, Reba McEntire, Niall from One Direction, and also Snoop Dogg. I'm already laughing thinking about Niall and Snoop Dogg riffing. All right, so Michael Bublé won recently. And they're introducing something called the Carson Callback, which is when the host, Carson Daly, will be able to bring a contestant back who gets 0 chair turns in the blind auditions. I like this because I think that the contestants, some of them, get so nervous and you know they're infinitely talented, but something happens, something gets into their head. Now remember this. They may be so infinitely talented, but sometimes things happen right before you go on stage. Someone says something. Also, just being around other talented people, it could get in your head. Like, I don't know, the imposter syndrome starts to settle in. So I like this, that they're going to give someone a second chance because sometimes you'll see contestants that say, I tried out 2 seasons ago, but I got so nervous, and then they flourish. Some would say it wasn't the right time for them, but sometimes I think it's just an inopportune moment with stress. So I want you to watch it. It's on September 22nd on NBC, The Voice. And also, they're really good contestants. Very rarely are you like, who let you through the door? That happens more so on American Idol. All right, Survivor is back on CBS. Here's what you need to know. This is season 49. It's not bonkers. Now, season 50, which you may have heard about, is when they bring back All Stars. And Mike White, who wrote White Lotus, is going to be part of that cast. Well, this one has 18 new players facing one of the most intense versions of Survivor ever. It's filmed in Fiji. And again, they're all going for a $1 million prize, continuing with the faster new era format of 26 days instead of an earlier, longer season. So I think you're going to love this. I like this show too because of all the mental games that go on. And they all seem to really connect with each other afterward. The Survivor, post-Survivor, that club is pretty deep and close. So one to watch. Okay, another one. The Golden Bachelor. This one premieres on September 24th at 8, so every Wednesday at 9. All right, so 23 women. They are aged between 58 and 77. Some have notable backgrounds, including Carol Freeman Branstein, who is the aunt and manager of MLB player Freddie Freeman. So that's kind of cool. Now, before filming, Mel Owens, who was the Golden Bachelor, who, by the way, played in the NFL and played for University of Michigan and then became an attorney and oddly lives in my town. He said in a podcast interview on like a Michigan football podcast that he would cut, air quotes, cut any women over 60 and didn't want women with wigs or artificial hips, which caused, as you can imagine, a lot of backlash. He later apologized and filming went ahead as planned. I can't get that out of my head. So that the women are aged between 58 and 77. I think he's 60. Now, also notable, his first wife was younger. So let's see how this all plays out. You know what I mean? Okay, another reality show premiering this week, Shark Tank. This one is on Wednesdays at 10 on ABC. An interesting time slot because I find that a lot of kids like to watch this with their parents. Of course, people just kind of watch, on the app whenever they want, but still like an odd time choice. So returning regulars, Barbara, Lori, Robert. Robert also lives in this town, in town by me. I got to see if I can figure out where he goes to hang out and stop by and ask him about the show. Damon, Kevin, and then Daniel Lubetsky. So he was promoted to full-time shark in season 16. So there are several new returning guest sharks that are going to appear, including Chip and Joanna Gaines, Alexis Ohanian, who's co-founder of Reddit, Kendra Scott, Michael Strahan, Allison Ellsworth from Poppy Soda, Fawn Weaver of Uncle Nearest Whiskey. So there are a bunch of cool returning guest sharks, and I think that adds another element to the show. Now, what's different is with Mark Cuban no longer part of the show, he left after season 16, there's room for the show to shift dynamics among the other sharks. And the change in night and time may pick up different viewers, but as I said, I think it's a weird choice because I know how many kids like to watch this with their parents. So something to look forward to. I got to reach out to Robert. I actually thought about him last week because I saw him at a park with his twins one time. And I drove past that park the other day and thought, I wonder if they still live here and what's up with them. So maybe I'll circle back with them.
The weather's cooling down and the days are getting shorter, which makes me want to make my space even cozier. And Wayfair is the place to go. And I'm going to tell you the greatest purchase we made from Wayfair, a trampoline for our backyard. Hayes is doing back handsprings at every chance, and the kids can burn off energy before tackling homework. As my trusted destination for all things home, Wayfair's got everything that you need to cozify your space this fall, from comfy chairs to warm bedding and autumn decor. And don't you think that your living room needs updated pillows and throw blankets? And what about some new furniture so you can invite the new neighbors over for a dinner party? And for those of you who work at home, you probably need some new lighting or maybe a new rug. My recommendation, a gorgeous framed photo for the wall. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals with room ideas and curated collections. And it's free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff. No more huge delivery fees for furniture. And no need to shop at multiple stores. Furniture, decor, appliances, cookware, all in one place. So cozify your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates. From comfy recliners to cozy bedding and autumn decor, find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Like you, I'm having a tough time adjusting from endless summer to back to reality energy needed for the fall. I feel like I've moved from easy breezy to buckle up the jetpack. So how do I switch gears and level up my energy without burning out? Well, it's Liquid IV. Not only do I feel a boost of hydration with Liquid IV, but so do my kids. They keep the drink packs in their sports bags, and it's so easy and convenient. They just tear, pour, and enjoy, and so will you. Powered by Live Hydroscience, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. Scientifically formulated to support physical energy, hydration, focus, mood, and social stamina. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. My favorite flavor is sugar-free energy blackberry lemonade, and I know you're going to love it too. So ditch the glitch with 0 sugar and 0 crash from Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code Kate Casey at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code Kate Casey at liquidiv.com.
All right, another reality show, Amazing Race, which is kind of interesting because last Saturday's episode, I featured the mother of one of the Amazing Race contestants that I've interviewed in the past. So this one debuts on the 25th. There are 13 teams of 2, and each pair has a pre-existing relationship. Many of the racers, again, are racers with former Big Brother contestants. So that's kind of interesting. The season is traveling across Europe and ends back in the US, filming from mid-March to early April of 2025. So not too long ago. The challenges and the route info include some tasks centered on local cultures and a few new twists. So that is a fun one to look forward to. And you can go back in my archives, not only listen to some of the former contestants they've had, which include identical twins. That story is featured in my last Saturday series episode. Wrongful conviction contestants. And I also interviewed the woman who actually came up with the idea of Amazing Race. And the long story short is that she was married to a TV executive, and he came home from work one day complaining about having to come up with new show ideas. And she said, "Oh, it can't be that hard." And he goes, "Okay, if you think it's so easy, why don't you come up with something?" And she said, "Okay, well, what about a show where it's about people moving throughout Europe from hostel to hostel?" And he goes, "You know what? That's actually not that bad of an idea. Let's flesh that out." So the couple goes to the CBS executives and they go, "We actually love it." And that is how. So it was a wife who was complaining to her husband, like, your job can't be that hard. But I mean, some of us, we probably think about that too. Like, how couldn't we come up with TV ideas? So anyway, go back and listen to that old episode. I'm excited about this season. I find that their casting team does a great job of finding really interesting people. And of course, not only is it a travel show, but it's also figuring out complicated team dynamics between, the relationships with each team. Another reality show, Special Forces World's Toughest Test, is on Fox on Thursday, September 25th. Now, this airs on Fox. You've got 18 celebrity contestants with varied backgrounds. So athletes, reality stars, people from sports. This one is in Morocco this season, and they face military-style challenges physically and mentally. It's brutal. There are no eliminations in the traditional sense. Contestants can fail, quit, or be medically removed, but they're not voted off. So it's really a matter of trying to stick it out. So the contestants, Cody Brown from Sister Wives, Teresa from Real Housewives of New Jersey, and her daughter, Gia. Jussie Smollett, actor and singer, and of course, he's had legal issues. Brittany Cartwright from Vanderpump Rules. I don't see her lasting very long. Eva Marcille from modeling, America's Next Top Model, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia, podcast host, internet personality. Nick Young, former NBA player. Shawn Johnson East, former Olympic gymnast, and her husband Andrew East, who is an ex-NFL player. I think those two go the entire distance. I'm going to say they win the whole thing. Jesse James Decker, country music artist and influencer, and her husband, Eric Decker. He might go pretty far too. Johnny Manziel, former NFL quarterback. Randall Cobb, former NFL wide receiver. I like these athletes doing it. I like this idea because I think that quarterbacks and military, like it's a very similar mindset. Christine Pierce Ramponi, former Olympic and World Cup soccer player. She's going to go far. Ravi Patel, who is absolutely hysterical. He's an actor. He's not going to make it far, I'm sure, but he's so absolutely funny. Chanel Aman, model. Mark Estes, TikTok creator, internet personality. And I think that's going to be good. Now, my friend Nick has created a doc that I want you to watch this week. It's called Lilith Fair, Building a Mystery on Hulu. This one tells the untold story of the groundbreaking music festival featuring only women artists, started by iconic Canadian singer-songwriter Sarah McLachlan and her team in the late 1990s. This was in opposition to systemic industry barriers that limited women from playing together on a concert bill and then getting back-to-back airplay on the radio. So it's called Lilith Fair, Building a Mystery on Hulu on September 21st. The Devil is Busy on HBO on September 23rd is behind the scenes of a women's healthcare clinic in Atlanta, Georgia, as the employees, including Tracy, the head of security, carry out their daily work of securing the safety of their patients while providing medical services where clinics face daily threats of danger. Very important to watch. The Devil is Busy on HBO, September 23rd. And then Bully Hunter on A&E is taking viewers inside the disturbing world of cyberbullying, where harassment is relentless and victims often have nowhere to turn. This special follows Dr. James McGibney, best known for taking down revenge porn king Hunter Moore, as he uses unique investigative methods to unmask bullies, to confront predators, and then to help victims reclaim their lives. Then these last two I thought were interesting. World War Show, Adidas versus Puma on Hulu. Two brothers, two sneaker brands, one famous rivalry. I think this story is endlessly interesting. And then Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel. Prime Video on Thursday, September 25th, explores the rise and fall of Redondo Beach native Owen Hansen, from walk-on to the national championship-winning USC football team to cocaine kingpin for one of the world's most relentless drug leaders. So watch that. Okay, so that is your list. Lilith Fair, Building a Mystery on Hulu. The Devil is Busy on HBO. Bully Hunter, A&E. World War Show, Adidas versus Puma. Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel. And then you have a bunch of reality shows. Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, The Amazing Race, Shark Tank. Then we have The Golden Bachelor, Survivor 49 on CBS, and The Voice, NBC, September 22nd. That is your list this week. I hope that you enjoy it. Make sure you are subscribed at katecasey.substack.com. Facebook group is Reality Life with Kate Casey. Check out bonus podcasts on Apple Podcast and Patreon. Facebook group, I think I mentioned already. Also, follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at KatecaseyCA, TikTok, it's Kate Casey, and Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky at Kate Casey. Check back tomorrow for an all-new episode.
And now, a next-level moment from AT&T Business. Say you've sent out a gigantic shipment of pillows, and they need to be there in time for International Sleep Day. You've got AT&T 5G, so you're fully confident. But the vendor isn't responding, and International Sleep Day is tomorrow. Luckily, AT&T 5G lets you deal with any issues with ease, so the pillows will get delivered and everyone can sleep soundly, especially you. AT&T 5G requires a compatible plan and device. Coverage not available everywhere. Learn more at att.com/5G network.